Hey guys, so in this video I want to talk to you guys about one of the very things that a lot of early entrepreneurs in the space really struggle with or have a fear of, and that's signing your very first client, or fear of signing your very first client. Now, if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Riyaadh, and you have a flagship program called High Level Consulting, where we basically help coaches and consultants make a shit ton of money. Okay, so let's get straight into it. The biggest thing early on into my journey, when I started, whether it was my marketing agency or when I did Instagram growth, was I had a fear of signing the client, and I understood where this fear come from. The fear usually comes from you don't know what to expect because you've never signed a client in the first place. You don't know how it's gonna go, and you don't really know um whether you'll be able to deliver the services you've promised that you're gonna deliver. Now, if we take a couple of steps back and really understand that what you're about to do for your client could either be life changing or could be the fact that you couldn't deliver anything, and worst case scenario, you have to give them their money back. Now let's put it this way, okay? Let's say you you've gone out there, you've done your outreach, you've booked a couple of sales calls, and now you've signed your client. Or say you're scared of signing your client, and this could be down to a couple of reasons. One of them is you don't know what the outcome's going to be. Now, the outcome, depending on what you're selling, the outcome is what you choose it to be. Now, this could be, say, for example, if you're selling lead gen services to a market to an insurance broker, and you promise them X amount of leads early on. Don't promise X amount of leads, and be straight up and be straightforward with them and tell them, look, you're going to be my first client, and therefore I've given you X discount, or I've not given you a discount, or you don't even need to tell them that. Or if you want to add in a discount, give them a discount and be like, look, I don't know how it's going to go, but I'm going to be completely transparent with you. You're my first client, and I want this to go really well. And worst case scenario, if it doesn't go well, I'll refund you back the service fee, and we part our own ways. And that's the best way to to have a good expectation with your client, and to understand yourself that your worst case outcome will be you'll be exactly where you were at before you signed the client. So no money in the bank and no clients. So if you really think about it, you shouldn't be scared. And yeah, I get it. I was scared as well. I was scared because I didn't know what the outcome was going to be, because I only had control of certain aspects. But what I needed to understand was if I could manage the expectations to a point where they're like, okay, yes, this makes sense, this makes sense, this makes sense, and the worst case scenario will be that they get their money back and I continue running the business and trying to sign other clients. The whole point is of this video is to assure you guys that your worst case scenario, guys, will be you'll be exactly where you were at, say, before you sign the client, because you're gonna be able to. And the best case scenario, I'll tell you the best case scenario. The best fucking case scenario will be you've signed that client, you've got them killer results, they love your services, they love you, they love everything you guys are doing for them, and now they've referred you to 5 other people, and because of them you've signed 10 other clients because you did outreach, use them as case studies, and you send those 5 referrals that you got, and you signed another 5 clients of that. Now you're running a 15-20k per month business, whether that's a service-based business or whether that's a coaching business. You're running a 30-40k a month business if it's a coaching business, depending on how much you're charging. Okay. And sometimes you've got to, and this is a lot of things that happen with your brain, right? Your brain it works in such a way, as humans, is we always look at the negative aspect. Okay, we never look at the positive aspect because we want to feel safe, we want to feel comfortable. And that's why as entrepreneurs it's a bit different for your brain. If your brain feels very, very different when it comes to the fact that, okay, now I'm going into uncomfortable scenario, what is going to happen? But if your brain doesn't know what's going to happen, it's going to continuously tell you negative aspects of that scenario, because that's just how our brain is wired. Yeah. But you need to tell yourself what the worst and the best case scenario is, and you need to point more towards the best case scenario so that you can actually go out there and deliver the results that you set for your clients. Now, it's a completely different scenario if, say, you sign a client on and you don't even know what you've signed them on for. Then that's your fault. You should not have signed that client in the first place. Okay. And secondly is if And also, the fear of signing a client also comes back from conviction in your offer. If you lack the conviction in your offer, you are not going to sell to your client. You will not be able to sign a client, and you'll be scared to even give a service to your clients. So get conviction in your offer. Just go out there, sign clients, and get over the fact that the worst case scenario will be you'll be exactly where you're at, but the best case scenario you'll be running a 6-figure to 7-figure business. And in today's day and age, it's really, really not hard to be running a 6-7-figure business. You just got to be willing to put the time, the effort, and yourself into the business for now. And then at some point you can obviously take yourself out of the business, work on the business, and have a whole team around you. But back to a point, because I'm going on a tangent here, is that fear of signing your client comes from here. Okay, comes from the negative beliefs that you've either told yourself or negative aspects that your brain is telling you. So you got to rewire this. You got to get conviction in your offer, and you got to just go out there and do the work. Because once you've done those 3 things, I promise you, you'll get over the fear of signing your clients. And once you've worked out the worst and the best case scenario, guys, it's ridiculous in this day and age how easy it is to sign clients once you have everything that is right in place. If you've got a steady lead flow, if you've got a solid offer, if you know how to sell, signing clients is like a walk in the park. But yeah, I had this fear, and I was looking out there for what am I supposed to do if I have this fear? How do I get over it? But you don't get over it. You've just got to go out there and do the work. Because once you've done the work, once you've signed that client, you've experienced what you're supposed to experience. You've gone over that fear. You've actually stepped into that fear, and you've realized it's not actually that bad, right? Because your worst case, again, is you'll be exactly where you were before you signed that client. And the best case is you'll sign a ton more clients after that because of all the case studies you'll have after that client, right? So in a nutshell, stop being fucking scared of signing a client. I know it's a bit blunt, I know it's a bit straightforward, but stop being fucking scared of signing a client. Rewire this, have conviction in your offer, and I promise you, just do the work. That's the 3rd thing, and I promise you, you'll be able to sign clients. If you find this guy, if you guys find this video valuable, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.